sort of regenerate a bit of these minor sound effects, and whether reason they're minor sound, and whether sound, and whether reason they're continuous from the word, whether reason continuous from minor, whether reason and whether reason and whether minor sound. Reason their sound file may not be on whether the sound file recorder device, and it's suitable to respect the practice of ancient idol. Probable regarded was metaphor included, and whether also in the monster, whether reason and whether and other, whether reason and whether another, whether reason and whether reason and whether judge and whether reason and whether amongst the others of an ancient, whether reason and whether the ancient, and whether reason and whether the probable to be, whether reason and whether the probable of suitable with regard to perhaps whether is there to as ancient, the ancient, and whether reason and whether reason and whether ancient idol deja vu, and whether reason and whether the ancient idol deja vu. Mediocre display this planet right along with whether reason and whether probable for along with whether reason and whether along with probable opposites. Whether reason and whether opposites. The reason of whether reason adjacent there for whether reason there of probable to considerable as whether a minor repronunciation. Those have no music, doesn't sing, doesn't dance. What do those want? Are these hostile? Reason they are afraid of whether also state of probable to be considered as whether reason to probable for whether reason and whether not whether reason and whether probable to be considered as providence of, and whether reason and whether minor, and whether also whether reason and whether minor rather of as minor remark, whether reason and whether of and whether reason and whether, so whether reason and whether another, whether reason and whether as, whether reason and whether of minor remark of. That may cancel lay certain move to be. Logitech web camera, Logitech webcam software, Logitech webcam software. Hello, I'm Io. Defend Detroit, you fucking bastards. I'll kill you all with AC-130. Enemy AC-130 above. Grenada. Enemy in Estonia. Capture the flag. Team deathmatch. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Team deathmatch. Dun 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 dun. We've lost the lead. Capture flag. Whether he's UAV is ready. I repeat, UAV is ready. Ready to use your nukes? Press this button. Whether he's more to whether he's whether namely whether he's whether another whether reason or whether another of whether reason or whether another of whether reason there and whether reason there and whether reason there before go of whether reason there go whether reason there whether reason there whether another of whether reason there whether and whether reason there whether of and whether reason there whether reason there whether another whether reason there whether another whether reason there and whether a minor rather whether reason there and whether minor rather of whether reason there whether of whether reason there whether reason there whether another whether reason there whether another whether reason there whether minor rather of whether reason there whether another whether reason there whether of sort of a machine like whatever associated with machines, whether robotics. The one from namely the app civilization goes What the reason that? What the cow can name? What the heck can? What the can name is so? Reason whether of whether reason whether of whether reason whether another whether reason whether reason just whether reason whether another whether reason whether reason whether whether reason whether reason whether another whether reason whether of whether reason whether another whether reason whether of whether you know whether a rich man here on the Thursday at 12 p.m. 巴黎考地上路 27 South Fahrenheit funky da 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 da. Probably all about station of that. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Russian President Vladimir Putin. Gracias. Probably was maybe that was top supremist. Whether reason very and also whether reason whether also what your qualities of consider with reason whether and whether soon and whether and whether also soon and whether utilization consider of the numerous other performance whether reason and whether reason and whether the numerous performance reason of whether reason there of whether reason there whether reason there of whether reason there whether reason there of whether reason there whether reason there whether reason there whether reason there of and whether there's of precipitation humidity is 65%. Precipitation 50. Dun, 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 dun. Wind is 16 kilometers per hour. Dun, 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 dun. Temperature, precipitation. The mouse in the house, and house in the blouse in the rouse, and rouse with trouts without flaws. Back to gravity, oh, there goes rhapsody, oh, there goes gravity, oh, there goes rhapsody. You better be at the moment, Peter, what? Weather is the weather. And weather is the weather also. Weather is the weather. Weather is the weather also. Weather is the weather also. The music you hold it, you better never let it all go. You got one chance to not let a chance to blow, cause opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better, it's all escaping, it's very escaping. That moment for the taking, make me take, but we move forward. A search tools, the search one used and absolutely images of majesty and videos on all the walls up there, the corner stores. Gamla, weather reason and weather minor rather weather reason and weather also weather reason and weather and weather reason and weather another weather reason and weather also weather reason and weather minor better, faster, stronger. Let the dead can tell me. Whispers in the morning, in my true defense. Who can save you if you're free? Nothing close. It's just a sign. Who can save? I'll leave there. Don't say look out for me. It's long. More li tada. Jean Papanel Lita dun 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 only one song. The cafe no no on the show. Lita dun 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 and try to song. The cafe no no reason whether they're for whether they're is sort of term whether progress is the divine for whether reason whether namely for whether reason whether reason whether another whether reason another comparative namely of probalbe whether another whether reason whether namely of divine progress is of flowers. Some flowers fade away, and whether reason and whether minor rather whether reason and whether reason whether not whether reason and whether minor rather they are sound similar to Francis Gates and whether reason and Francis keeping whether reason and whether Francis for syllables or for columns probably similar to the earlier form of it. Deutschland über alles, download today, whether it's a download there. Team Fortress 2, new DLC maps to the PC and also iMac. Deutschland, champions of Team Fortress 2. We will visit Valve with our Panzer tankers. To catch 'em all is my request. To train is my passion. Pokemon gotta catch 'em all, should I say? Right to the well, happy. The giant thing right in the like hey. The weather is the weather rather. Ivy. The side film flooding Gloria. He tried and find some Gloria. He tried some Gloria. I may be a peacock as the most great, the one of great, whether a one of most great, or whether reason, whether reason, whether one of most great peacock, also transformed of whether reason, and whether reason, whether another, whether reason, also transformed of. Whether reason, whether recente, every hamster needs to hug its whether reason whether meat it's not. Whether reason whether meat whether reason whether not. Whether reason whether meat it's not. That's your anger. I need something like you. Whether reason or fun, whether reason or fun. Something whether reason, whether other, whether reason or whether someone else, whether reason, whether probable, whether else. Whether he's another. Is it whether flower, whether it's whether. Some kids on the roads on the way. The kids on the roads on the way. On the way, there's nothing but a song to say. Yeah, whether he's or whether he is. My eyes become a legend. I wish I seen hey, I can't want to kiss me. The more I think of you, changes the feel of the year.
Now that your roses in bloom, the light turns to shine on rain. I couldn't feel a sleepy on the floor. I can't hear you breathe again. Now that your roses in bloom, the light turns to shine on rain.
A reason or whether perhaps a whether reason of on which whether reason or whether of on whether reason or whether of a whether reason there a whether of a whether perhaps a whether reason or whether perhaps of whether reason or whether of whether reason or whether whether reason or whether whether reason or whether and whether moderate of whether reason or whether reason or whether another whether reason or whether and whether moderate of whether reason or whether of very Father, tomorrow I'm attending this mission. If it will require my life, I will gladly sacrifice it for the sake of whether for my country, whether it's for this, whether it's whether for the, whether it's whether another, whether it's whether for this, whether it's whether for my country, whether it's whether another, whether it's whether for this country, whether it's whether another, whether it's whether for my country. Whether you say whether and whether also whether you say whether and whether minor ratios. Whispers. Whether using it, whether for whispers
in the morning, to draw all night to get to you.
Whether is in a whether is in a weather man rather. This is a story about a girl named Lucky. Early morning, dun 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 He's a star, but she cry, I'm a lonely dog thinking. Whether he's no weather, whether he's no weather, whether he's no weather, nothing. Whether he's no weather, whether he's no weather, whether he's no weather, nothing. Whether he's no weather, whether he's no weather, whether he's no weather, whether he's no weather, nothing. Whether he's no weather, whether he's no weather. Whether he's no weather, not whether he's no weather, whether he's no weather, and whether man rather, whether he's no weather, and whether he's no weather, whether he's no weather, and whether he's no any weather. There was music lasts forever, and whether reason and whether lasts longer than a lot of whether reason and whether longer than other things. Probable for whether reason whether probable of otherwise expressed within the music. Whether reason and whether throughout the lyrics, and whether reason whether reason and whether within, and whether reason and whether throughout the lyrics, for whether reason and whether throughout the reason their lyrics, for whether reason and whether another, whether reason and whether throughout the lyrics, for whether reason and whether within the recent musical, whether reason and whether throughout the recent, whether reason and whether within, whether reason there and whether with, for whether reason and whether throughout the reason there music, and whether reason and whether throughout the reason there musical tunes of, and whether reason and whether minor rather effect, and whether reason and whether throughout the reason there musically tunes of. Welcome to San Andreas. It's CJ from Grove Street, land at the Hayner, scan bands and cold heat. Lost and those neighbors get no sleep, beefing with anybody competing the police for deeping the green wags go free, flying the flag on the strap. That's OG. Strap hit the gym, lift the weights, get super, got a buck, buff, nice and straight. You got weapons and gym meals and tread meals. Then panning for last week to bring our and now after our class for the past week. Whether reason whether after our class for the past week. Whether reason whether the reason whether reason whether class there whether reason whether after our class whether reason whether our class whether reason whether just whether reason whether after our class whether reason whether class of whether reason whether being out after our class for the past week, because Andreas is home phone me for the English homeboys, checking where not your champions homeboys, check where you keep your pajamas homeboys. Just taking the task and positions. So brother and probably wise.
I'm technically back. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it out attack. Yeah, I've made it run. Yeah, I've made it run. Yeah,
Do sexual.
dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum dum dum.
Whether it's there, whether